Oh yes, Yo Chicken Bros, what's up? It's your boy Smile here coming at you with a brand new video. I'm here today to talk to you guys about the new trailer that came out for Peter Pan and Wendy and why everybody, and no, I'm not just talking about one specific group of people, literally everybody does not like this movie. I think Disney is making another Velma case. So if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, make it ring a ding ding. With all that being said, let us get into today's video. To give you the base understanding of what's going on here, basically what happened is Disney race swapped Tinkerbell and now everybody is mad. And I'm not just talking about one political faction or the other or one side of the aisle or the other. No, everybody's mad. Everybody is mad. And the reasoning why that I've seen in the argument this whole time is why can't Disney just make one of their own characters that is a person of color? Well, there's a very simple reason for that, and this gives me the moment to actually explain why I've never been a big fan of Disney in the first place. I understand that this part is going to sound a bit like a ramble, and I have been actively told that I need to work on my rambling a good bit. So I'm taking that, but after I explain this part, you will understand why it is important to the nth degree and why it is an important part of this conversation. So Disney has made almost nothing on its own. Even back in the days when the first color movies were coming out, they took from the Brothers Grimm the stories from the Brothers Grimm novel, or I don't know if you call it a novel, a collection of short stories, something like that. A bunch of children's stories that were a bit, well, grim and a lot more down to earth, and changed it to love is the answer to all, basically, when it comes down to it. And then you got the author for the story of The Little Mermaid, who literally made the video the opposite. Not the video, the book the opposite of the messaging in the Disney adaptation of The Little Mermaid. Now, how did they do this and get away with it? It was all in the public domain, obviously. All they've ever done, and I can admit they have things like Mickey Mouse and others that kind of disprove the argument, but really it's just red herrings, things they actually have made on their own. In all reality, they're just putting their messaging onto another person's work. And that's why I've never been the biggest fan and thought of Disney as somewhat propaganda, somewhat just... You get my point. And so, despite it being a bit rambly, I think that you now understand where I come from in this argument and where my ideas lie. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the reactions and a bit of the article I have here. People think Disney's choice to make Tinkerbell black in the upcoming Peter Pan and Wendy flick, instead of making a new character for a person of color, is a terrible movie. And now Twitter is up in arms over it. What a shock. In case you missed it, Disney dropped the trailer for a live-action film Tuesday, with fans getting a first look at Yara Shahidi, I probably mispronounced that name horribly, as everyone's favorite pixie, but a bunch of people are complaining about the switch-up, saying it feels like the company's more interested in image than inclusivity. Well, of course they're more interested in their image. That's a business for you. That's how it always has been, and that's how it always will be. A business will look out for its image over almost anything else other than their profits. Let's put something interesting here. You say, what a shock that Twitter is mad about this. Yeah, Twitter gets mad about just about anything and everything. People on Twitter, more specifically. I don't spend much time on there because it seems to be a raging cesspool. But, looking at it from this way, there are two kinds of hate mail one can receive. One with a genuine argument, saying, look man, I'm tired of seeing you do this the whole time. It's really getting on my nerves. You need to stop this crap, man. And then you get, man, you a butthole, you horrible. Come on now, man. Get out of here. Two different kinds of arguments, right? So if, number one, your target demographic, your target market is saying, I'm tired of you doing this bullcrap, can you change it please? It's getting on my nerves at this point. You should probably change it. I mean, that would be pretty smart for your bottom dollar. And number two, if they're just going around calling you names and not even giving you a real thing to try and change, they're just mad because they want to be mad. These people are giving you a reason why they're mad, and you refuse to do anything about it and just say, oh, it's just people on Twitter. You misunderstand why we get mad at Twitter fundamentally in the first place for doing stuff like this. A person by the name of Alex has stated that Disney couldn't care less about making new stories with POC characters. They just put POC people to play white characters. This shows that 1, how lazy Disney is, 2, how racist this is in general, and it's like they don't think POC people deserve their own stories, besides like 3 animated movies. Here's the point that I think should be made 100-fold. The major argument here is not they're mad because this character got a race swap. It's why they got it. I mean, you could retcon, and if it seems in a decent way and for a decent reason, which I can't think of one off the top of my head, then I think the audience will be okay with it. But what you're doing is taking people's sense of nostalgia for Disney and saying, screw you. And it's not going to help you at all. This movie, however much money you're throwing into it, you're wasting every single dollar putting into this. And I don't understand why Disney continues to beat themselves over the head like this, at all. As you know, Disney recently made this same move with The Little Mermaid, casting Hale Bailey as Ariel. As for who would make a great fit for Tink, Twitter's got that answer too. A bunch of folks are saying longtime Disney Channel alum Dove Cameron would have filled the role perfectly. The movie drops in late April, and it appears Disney's now got a brace for impact when it comes out. Again, you done screwed yourself. If you had a character, which there are photos shown here that, yeah, I agree, that character would do very well for a live-action Tinkerbell, without a shadow of a doubt. If you are purposefully changing things that the audience doesn't want to see changed, you're screwing yourself over. Don't worry about people who are going to complain on Twitter without any real argument because they're just not going to watch the movie anyway. The people arguing right now will probably watch the movie. Do you know why? They're giving you a genuine argument. A genuine reason why they don't want to watch the movie. And this is the biggest problem I have with a lot of these bigger companies right now. They don't listen to the audience. And they never really will at this point. They don't sell to you, it would seem. And it's because they got enough money to run forever, basically. Now, I think that's changing with flop after flop after flop, but you get my point. And at this point, with Hollywood just making live-action remakes of everything, they're running out of ideas. So, all of this video is just going to say that Disney, please work on your game and fix up a lot of this bullcrap. I mean, not mainly for me. I could care less, but there's a lot of people who genuinely love the works that you are crapping all over. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, make it ring a ding ding. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Yo Man Smile is over and out. Peace.